Chaotically Nerdy is made by nerds for nerds. This podcast is made by adults for adults and children with bad parents. Adult language will be used and adult situations may arise. Listener discretion is advised. All right. So, session 0 is what we're going to call this episode because it's going to be all about us. And basically what we're going to tell you is who we are, what we do, what we're going to talk about on all of these topics, and we're going to go from there. So since we're going to focus on D&D a lot in this podcast, I'm going to roll a dice to see who's actually going to start this. I'm 1 to 2. Tyler is 1 to 2. Jarrett is 3 to 4. Ethan is 5 to 6.
I wanted 3 to 4.
You want 3 to 4?
No,
You can't have it. Fuck him.
5, 6. I'm better than you.
4.
Damn it.
Jarrett's first.
Hi, my name's Jarrett.
Hi, Jarrett.
It's not an AA meeting.
I'm just saying. I'm an alcoholic. No, kidding. My hobbies. Playing D&D, reading, playing video games. I mean, normal nerd shit.
Fucking nerd.
Yeah. Watching anime. I'm an aspiring author and hobbyist trading card seller. I usually play like RPGs and the occasional shooter and maybe some strategy game every once in a while.
What's your favorite game?
My favorite game of all time?
Yeah.
Ooh. I didn't.
Just one.
Was not
just
prepared
one.
for this.
How could you not be prepared? Everyone knows their favorite game.
KOTOR.
Yeah. Okay. That's good choice.
That's probably the one that I've replayed the most.
It's good.
What I play in terms of D&D, I usually am a melee half-caster.
I mean, that's pretty well the same
Yeah,
for
we
all
all
of us,
pretty
though.
much play melee half-casters pretty much, but I'm also very flexible and will do whatever the party needs.
I feel like, again, that's pretty much all of us.
Oh, I am currently the DM of our group.
Currently.
Currently.
Is that everything? You think that's everything?
Sure, yeah, I would say so.
Any hobbies that aren't nerdy? No.
Oh, well, sports, I guess. I watch sports.
Yeah, you're probably the
I'm the sports guy.
sports knowledge guy.
Yeah, but you do it in like a nerdy manner.
I do. I'm
Yeah.
very
Yeah.
analytical based. So really, no, there's nothing else that's not nerdy.
Okay. All right. So now we're going to switch it up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Okay.
I'm 1, 2, 3. Ethan is 4, 5, 6. I'm pointing, so that's why I had to re-clarify that. 5. So you're up.
All right.
How the fuck do you go last?
Because if y'all don't remember, every time I roll a D6, it's fucking high.
That's true.
All right. Well, I am Ethan. My hobbies are, well, I do a lot of prep work. I've started my own, I help people with prep work for their D&D campaigns online a lot. So I make a lot of maps for people. I've done that quite a bit. I help people figuring out their world building. I even helped a couple authors figure out some of their world building stuff. So I do a lot of stuff like that because I've done a lot of world building before. Career wise, I wouldn't call it a career. I work in a vape shop because I vape. I guess that could be in my hobbies, but I'm like
At this point, I'd say it's a hobby.
It's
I'm
a
climbing up the
personality trait.
douchebag tree at the moment I'm trying to get like full douchebag here. So, style of video games, I do play a lot of survival games, and I play a lot of RTS like strategy games, and then let's see, I do play a few shooters, not a lot, but mostly on PC. I used to play on PlayStation a fair bit with like Destiny and stuff like that, but not anymore. D&D playstyle, again, very similar. Like they already mentioned, a lot of. I do try to vary it up a lot, but I always end up in the same spot. It's a melee caster, half caster.
We always end up in that.
That might say something more about our own party compositions usually.
Well, it's
Everybody's
like,
in their niche.
yeah.
Yeah, they usually,
And what they'll do is like, it's usually, if you think about it, me and Ethan usually or you, if Ethan is
The
D&D.
three of us set off on that end.
Yeah, we're on the opposite side, and
Two of the three.
it's like the two fill in the spots that we need, and then the two sides kind of switch their places. They'll either be melee or they'll be casters. There's sometimes a half caster, but it's rare.
right, well,
What's your favorite video game?
my favorite video game is definitely Total War Warhammer 2.
I knew that was coming.
Yeah,
I
definitely.
knew his favorite video game. Still thinking on mine. So unfortunately, there's no more dice to roll.
Wooler, go.
Hey, it actually hit the one that I would have been.
Tree.
It was a 3. So I'm Tyler. For a living, I am a registered nurse. I've been a nurse for 2 years. I'm currently in the ICU, and my hobbies outside of all the nerdy shit, the animes, the D&D, the podcasting, if you want to call that nerdy shit,
It's kind of nerdy.
and the video games is I play basketball. I would say I'm the more outdoorsy one, active one.
That's, yeah.
Most definitely.
Yeah, I play basketball. I play golf. We just bought a camper, my wife and I, and so we're gonna start going camping. And I own a side by side, so we're gonna ride that around a lot.
That's not very nerdy of you.
It's not. I never said I was 100% nerd. I'm like 75,
Is there a percentage? Like,
maybe.
no.
I mean, there's definitely percentages because some people are like a good 20%. They just watch anime and that's all they care about. They're like fuck video games and everything else. And
You can be very niche in your, like, nerdom.
yeah.
Yeah, and they have names for those too.
Speaking of anime, it's picking back up. Like, there's a lot of people that are starting to watch it for some reason. But back to that. So I play FPSs, open world. I play everything mostly. Strategy games are usually my least favorite. Not to say that they're not good. My brain does not focus on them long enough to work them.
Their big brain.
Yeah, they're big brain and I'm small brain. Again, we're all half casters at this point. Usually try to go melee tanky. It's funny though, because as we talk about our current characters or most recent characters, mine is not a
mine's
melee.
Mine
bard.
either.
Mine's a bard, so
So on my anime preferences, I like shonen. That's kind of like where I lean. I like the fighties, the swingies. Yeah, y'all didn't even mention that stuff.
should we go and back and mention that?
we can.
talk about it for
Also
sure.
shonen.
Actually, yeah, Jarrett shonen, Ethan.
I prefer much more the theatrical, like
Slice of
thematic
life.
stuff. No, not really.
Not really.
No, it's like
He wants a good story.
like I like Mushishi a lot, and
Never
I
watched it.
like good stories. So I mean, I'm a really big fan of Miyazaki stuff, things like that.
Gotcha. On comics, this is all shit that y'all didn't even think about that I just added at home.
That's fine. Off the dome.
Off the dome. Mine's Marvel, but that's just because there's so much content for Marvel.
Don't really read comics.
I
But I know a
I
lot about
rarely do, but
There were some
when I do, it's Marvel.
there's some old Boba Fett comics from a long time ago that I have that I really loved, but they're not canon. So
The mouse said, fuck that.
So I'm also going to talk about what we're using to record. We are using a Rodecaster Pro to record our audio in. It has soundboards, all the fun stuff. We all three bought Rode pod mics, and I am using the Audio-Technica ATH M50Xs, which I lied to you guys a couple weeks ago. You asked me how much they were. I said $50. They're like $150.
I don't remember saying that, but all right.
Yeah, you guys asked me how much they were because I was like, oh yeah, they were like $50, but no, 150.
I figured.
Yeah, did not realize that when I said $50. Jarrett, what kind of headphones you got? Off the top of the dome, because I know you don't really know.
They're from the Red Dragon peripheral bundle on Amazon. The headphones from that.
Hey, they work.
They do work.
mine are just like Logitech. I think I bought them at Walmart.
Hey, that works too.
I mean,
I bought a bundle. It came with a mic that I use at home.
I have no problem with Logitech whatsoever.
Look,
so.
if Razer wasn't so damn picky about their peripherals working with other shit, they use
It's their
my-
drivers. They're
Yeah,
awful.
you got to have the drivers on stuff. It's
I normally use
the
some
main reason
Black Shark V2s.
It's the main reason on my home PC I'm trying to like get away from using the Razer peripherals in general.
Yeah.
But they look so pretty.
I had a fun
They do-
thing.
yeah,
If you
but
like fluorescent green, which
I mean, here's the thing: Corsair has
but
RGB
they're
as well.
but they're really expensive.
I had a fun thing
They're
with
no
my
more
Razer
expensive than
headset.
Razer.
That's also true.
It made my mouse stop working.
Your headset did?
Yeah. As soon as I changed mice, perfectly fine. Changed it back, didn't work anymore. Did everything I could to figure it out. That was all. That was all that I could find.
Just your headphones?
Yeah.
It's weird. Okay, so on some of these, especially like D&D focused, we're going to talk about. I'm going to bring up a question, and it can be a thought-provoking question at times. So I've already told Jarrett to think back to his last character because I figured since it's been longest since he
That's
has
true.
played, it would take him a little bit longer.
It's pretty
and
close
then
to the time
I know
frame.
you've probably got yours in mind.
The current one?
Yeah, your
Yeah.
current one.
Yeah.
It's a great character.
So tell me what your current character is, Ethan.
It's Rex Snackles. He is a deep gnome bard, but not in the way that you think. No music playing. He is literally just a hype guy.
Yes, I fucking love
For
you. Make
our
the best
paladin.
characters, by the way.
It's
Yeah.
so good.
Yeah.
He is literally Mick to Rocky.
Oh, yeah. Except for I'm really terrible at
Yeah,
it.
he's really bad at it.
Gotcha. Now, Jarrett.
It's been a while, but my last character was Valena Starshield. She was a wizard. Yep.
Yes,
It was mine and Tyler were brother and sister.
because we were brother and brother,
Brother.
but then that brother
Yep.
left, and then the sister stepped
Yep.
in. It was kind of fucking weird, but
Well,
it worked.
we had 3 paladins in the party. I didn't want 3 paladins in the party.
Yeah, we were fucking.
Thank you, guys. Thank you guys for those
Whoa.
3 paladins. Yeah.
The third paladin only lasted for like 1 session. I was like, I'm out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can't do it.
Well, it was whenever I went from the Death Knight to Paladin. It was kind of like, all right, let's make this decision.
It fit.
It did. It worked.
So what about yours?
My last character, I'm not counting Terran because I only played him for a session.
Yeah.
I'm going to count Korth. He is a lizard folk divination wizard. That is. So for background, I have not played in roughly 8 months because I know it's 8 months because she's 8 months.
Yeah, I was gonna say almost 9 months because you quit before that, but yeah,
It wasn't too soon before she had the
It was
baby.
only like a week and
week
a
or two.
half.
Before
I
she-
okay.
I was gonna say almost 9 months.
Almost 9 months. Yeah. So my wife had a child. I don't know why I said I had a child, but my wife birthed a child. And since then, I have not been able to come back and play yet. Hopefully that'll change soon, but who
But you
knows?
can make time for the podcast.
That's because this is
Flexible.
much shorter than, and it is more flexible because we pick like random days during the week. It works out better. It's not a set, it's this day for 4 hours at a time.
Don't make me get the PowerPoint.
I mean, I can just DM for you whenever. It doesn't. You don't need to.
Yeah, but then it's just me and you talking. And
So?
every once in a while rolling a dice.
That's hot.
I don't see a problem with that.
Okay, so now here is the question. And this comes from known unknown, I assume YouTube because it's YT at the end of his name. It was on TikTok. What would make your player character quit adventuring?
Man, I wish you would ask me about the one that actually retired.
Yeah, because that one would have been easy. I didn't want the easy one.
Yeah.
Do you got anything, Ethan? Just off the top of the head? If not,
For
I can.
Rex?
Yeah.
Yeah, Rex. If you found a really good gig where he was getting paid pretty good for not doing a lot,
So
or if he found a good place where he could like
the same thing as Ethan, basically.
he could run like his own like gym and have people pay him to use the gym. Yeah,
I feel
something
like,
like
I
that.
feel like that's something you could make happen
Yeah, it is.
in the game.
Yeah, but he hasn't thought of it yet.
It's fair enough.
I have, but I mean, it hasn't. come
If
up
you
yet.
still need to think on it, I can go with mine.
I kind of got an idea.
Okay, I'll go ahead and go with mine then. So Korth met up with Lurk, which was Ethan's other lizard folk character, who was dumb as a box of rocks at the time. He is much, much smarter. I'm assuming he's a good cook at this point.
You'd be wrong.
Okay, well, we had started
No.
what do you want to call it? Like a food wagon?
A food truck, food
It
wagon.
was
yeah.
a food cart.
Yeah, food
food
cart.
cart.
And it was called Bayou Meats and Treats. And if Bayou Meats and Treats picked up enough to where he could just leave and Lurk would be smart enough to run the situation without him there, he would go. He would go somewhere and probably just go to a library and try to learn more.
He did quit
Yeah,
adventuring.
you
though.
did quit adventuring at a library.
That was out of, yeah, see?
Canonically, you found a girl.
Yeah, we decided that afterwards.
Okay,
Yeah.
Yeah,
didn't
you
know
got-
that.
Yeah, you got a girl pregnant.
Ooh, I don't like that.
That's why you stayed.
We just tied it back around.
Did
her
I
life.
eat the baby?
We don't know.
Lizard folk. I just want to, it is a lizard folk for the people listening. That's why I said that, because they would do that.
Don't eat children.
Yeah, do not.
Yeah.
That's weird.
Yeah. For me, since she was a wizard, she would probably do something very similar to Korth. She just would want to probably retire at a library after, she made sure her brother was, at least safe enough and done with his mission.
Or like a school or something. Like
Yeah.
anything like that. Yeah, probably. That'd be pretty cool.
Yeah, be interesting. Well, I think that's all we have for session 0, unless you guys got any other topics you want to talk about. I brought up the question that I found interesting. Nothing.
You have anything that you're looking forward to covering on the podcast?
Just D&D in general.
Just D&D?
Well, I've missed it so much that I'm just excited to just be able to talk about it, especially with you guys, because
something that just got announced recently, Spelljammer.
Oh, yeah.
yeah.
Yeah,
I've been waiting
exciting.
for it for years.
Yeah.
so for someone who doesn't know as much as you, explain it.
Well, they've changed some stuff, but it was at one point. It's a 2nd edition setting where you play D&D in their version of space, but I'm thinking the new one is going to be in the Astral Sea, which is basically space.
It's essentially
Yeah.
space. Yeah.
But you get to go around in like spaceships and fight shit, and it's really cool. I like it. Marries my two things, sci-fi and fantasy, together into like a Star Wars-esque.
Well, I mean, it
thing.
offers different options for
Yep.
flavoring magic and flavoring weapons and stuff.
Yep.
It's just really interesting concept, and it doesn't stray too far from the classic D&D stuff.
A little bit of fantasy, my sci-fi, a little bit of sci-fi, my fantasy. Perfect mix.
Yeah. The other thing we can talk about is how you made a World of Warcraft campaign.
Oh yeah, that's where the Valena Starship was at.
Yeah, I've completely locked up that whole thing, so it's not available anymore.
Well,
But I did change all the classes and all
After the
races.
campaign?
It was a severe
No.
undertaking.
okay.
Yeah,
You
it-
changed it
it
for
took me a
D&D.
while to
It
figure
it
it
took
out.
you 2 years.
Well, I didn't work on it steadily for 2 years.
Well, yeah, but
just doing it passively. Yeah, it took me a while.
that was a fun campaign.
It was also broken as shit.
It was also
I intended
It
it to
was-
be broken.
yeah.
I geared everything up to be broken.
that's the other thing we should talk about.
Oh,
is that
we're power gamers.
yeah, we are power gamers, but not only that, it seems like both because you two DM, I don't. Both of you try to make us power gamers.
As DM?
Sometimes. Sometimes.
I
No.
have-
I mean that because Jarrett tries to
The campaign before this, yes. This one, I'm not really trying. It's
just happening.
it kind of happened because one of our players tricked me into giving him fucking Dwarven plate at level 5.
Who did that?
Logan,
Oh, he's pretty good at that.
I'm so mad. So they had to up the power level for everyone else because
Yeah, Logan really does kind of.
he's sneaky like this.
He's really sneaky. He's really good
Really-
at convincing
he had a
you to
hug-
do
He
things.
really is. He's good at convincing you of just agreeing with whatever he's saying.
See, for me, the power creep thing doesn't really bother me so much because, literally, I could kill the group with a group of goats, a pack of goats. But that's not the point. That's not the point of DMing. The DMing is not your goal is not to win.
Yeah,
Yes.
have fun.
Yeah,
Tell
it's
us what
to
you
make sure everyone's having fun, including yourself. But to make sure everyone's having fun, it's a challenge and it's interesting.
Yes. I feel like it's also funny from the outside to see you two DM because it's two completely different situations. Jared's like, I'm going to throw him at fights. Fights after fights after fight.
We
So
haven't fought anything in 3 months.
I just put you guys in awkward situations.
Exactly.
Like the milking thing.
Yeah. God, I hate that.
Did you make that awkward or did we make that awkward?
It was awkward all around.
It was pretty awkward. We were all part of that.
It's one of those things the door was open, but I mean,
He opened door, we kicked it. Some bitch.
yeah.
I want to clarify. It was milking zombies for undeath juice.
But he didn't clarify how they were milked. So our imagines
yeah, you can.
I
interpret
told them to imagine it. However they imagine it, that's how it's happening for them.
and every single one of us went to the wrong spot.
went to milking a cow. Udders were getting pulled.
That's not how I thought of it.
That's how I thought of it.
Yep.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
I knew that's what they were thinking. Yeah,
No.
not really
Not
milking.
overhand,
No.
underhand.
What? Oh, they're doing it themselves.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Self milking.
Reel it back in. Let's not go
I was
that
confused. I was
far
like,
into
what does it
Yeah.
matter? Overhand, underhand. It's fucking the same thing. All right. I think we've vamped long enough. We can wrap up our session 0. Anything you want to say to anybody?
No.
Good. I didn't want you to say anything anyway.
Deuce.
Deuce. All right. Thanks, you guys, for listening. We look forward to having you listen in the future.
Maybe.
If they can make it through this episode, they can make it through another one.
Thank you.